as we speak. The final important step after finishing our PowerPoint is the presentation. We must explain educational solutions or products to teachers, judges, investors, and others within a specified time. Looking back on our learning and work careers, we will find that public speaking is a basic skill for various matters, such as elections, presentations, defenses, road shows, and reports. However, do you feel so nervous when facing an audience? Do you stutter even when reading the completed script? How can we break through this barrier? Peter Meyers, a Stanford University lecturer and the founder and chairman of the American consulting group Stand and Deliver, said that to deliver effective public speaking, you only need to master the presentation content, style, and state. Content is the foundation for achieving effective public speaking. It is crucial, and when the content is of high quality, the audience will listen and remember it. Based on this, we can refine the delivery details and state to achieve effective speaking. Presentation content refers to the things you want to say, including text, images, stories, statistics, metaphors, pie charts, or data organized in a certain order to convey a specific meaning. What matters in a presentation is not what you want to say, but what the audience wants to know and feel. 3 keywords help you optimize your presentation content: preparation, architecture, and techniques. Let's start with preparation. The process of preparing a presentation involves 3 steps. First is the outcome, determining what you want to achieve. What does the audience need to know, and what emotional experiences from your presentation to achieve this outcome? For example, leaders can clarify the current situation by citing past examples and guide the future. They also can discuss potential dangers to create a sense of urgency and drive action. The second is relevance, explaining why the audience should care about what you talk about clearly. The third is the clarity of key points. It is extremely detrimental to give a presentation where you talk endlessly and only realize at the end that you haven't clearly stated your main points. Your key points are the messages you want to convey, and they can be expressed in a memorable phrase or sentence. Next is architecture. Like creating a book or movie, a presentation consists of 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. The introduction should grab the audience's attention and explain why they should listen to you. A successful introduction will activate their brains and focus their attention on what you say. The body, as the main part, needs to provide the main content of the presentation, where the audience will get the information. The purpose of the conclusion is to create a feeling, because we make decisions based on emotions rather than logic. Therefore, it is crucial to inspire the audience's emotions, move them, and prompt them to act. Some useful opening strategies include starting with you, using statistics, asking questions, shocking the audience, using the word imagine, and telling stories. For example, half of the world's population has never made a phone call. Imagine what a huge opportunity this is for us. Or how many of you have spent nearly half of your life in meetings? Once you have captured the audience's attention, you can guide them through the presentation with a roadmap. This includes telling them how long your presentation will be, giving them your agenda, and setting interactive rules. Then, gradually guide the audience to discover the main points. Finally, in the conclusion, instead of delivering new viewpoints or data, you should evoke an emotional resonance with the audience. By this time, everyone is ready to finish. The ending can be purely emotional. Remember, people take action when they are emotional. Lastly, techniques. On average, a person speaks about 7,000 words a day, and the words that are easy to remember often have the following characteristics: simplicity, emotional impact, and vivid imagery. These classic approaches may be useful to you. Storytelling, using a compelling narrative to engage the audience. Stories connect the storyteller and the audience, making them feel a sense of identification. You can use metaphors to captivate the audience. It is like shining a spotlight on a dark stage, directing the audience's attention to where you want them to focus. Vivid language uses appropriate words to make each sentence more powerful. There are countless ways to express something clearly, and your choice of words can have a profound impact. Repetition reinforces the content you want the audience to perceive. One of the biggest challenges speakers face is that the audience quickly forgets 90% of what they say. The most famous example of using repetition is Martin Luther King's presentation, I Have a Dream. In this presentation, I have a dream is repeated at least 9 times. Q&A session involving the audience in an interactive discussion. No matter how good your presentation is, people can only discover the real you during the Q&A session. The audience will make crucial judgments about you and the information you convey based on your performance during the Q&A session. If you have prepared a series of useful information for the audience, you need to deliver them. The tools you can use to convey information include your voice, posture and movement, facial expressions, and eye contact, all of which contribute to your presentation style. Let's start with the voice. After consciously developing and exercising it, your voice can be improved just like any other part of your body. Jack Welch, the famous CEO, had a severe stutter, but through continuous effort, he eventually became a master of public speaking. To exercise your voice, you can start with your breath when people are nervous. Their abdomen and throat tighten, which hinders airflow. Relax your chest and throat while breathing consciously. You can produce a smooth and resonant voice more easily. Secondly, your voice needs to be varied. Adjusting your volume, tone, and rhythm can make the presentation more charming. For example, pause for a moment when you will express an important point. You can pause after the sentence. There is one thing I want to share with you. It will arouse great curiosity in the audience and attract their attention to the main points of your presentation. Next is posture and movement. Your sincerity and confidence will be displayed through your posture. There are 3 things you can do before starting your presentation. First, pause. Use this moment to adapt to the new environment and focus the audience's attention on you. Second, breathe. Adjust your state through breathing and prepare yourself for speaking. Third, look at your audience and allow them to see you. At the beginning of your presentation, align your posture and movements with your presentation content. It's best to walk when transitioning topics and to stand when expressing your viewpoints. For example, when saying, "How are we going to do this?" you can walk around the stage, then stop and start expressing your viewpoint. We plan to fight back with facts. The state of presentation is more important than your language. This state encompasses how you perceive things and refers to the condition of your mind, body, and emotions when you step onto the stage. It determines your ability to communicate, lead, connect with your surroundings, and react to external events. 3 core elements influence your state: your body, the mind's eye, and beliefs. To quickly build confidence, one can modify how they manage their body, including movements, posture, breathing, facial muscles, and gestures. Adjusting body patterns can intensify emotional expression. For example, conveying a sense of triumph can involve raising arms, lifting eyes, tilting the head upward, and smiling. You only experience emotions for things you pay attention to. Your focus determines your feelings, known as the mind's eye. Generally, your brain's default setting focuses on fear. However, by questioning, you can direct the mind's eye to control negative thoughts and focus on what evokes positive emotions. For example, transform will they ask difficult questions into how can I use the Q&A session to build trust with them? Beliefs hold significant power. As a speaker, your beliefs shape your performance. Imagine 2 people who both failed in a presentation to decision makers. The first interprets the experience as I am not good at this. I am a failure. He will choose to avoid future attempts instinctively. The second thinks, this experience was too painful. I will never fail like this again. The pain of failure motivates them to practice and improve, eventually succeeding. Beliefs shape reality, so converting negative beliefs into a positive drive is essential. For example, replace I am young. They don't want to listen to me with I am young. I have a unique voice, and I can provide valuable insights. Additionally, you can use props such as notebooks, cue cards, and slides to remember your key points. Rehearsing can further refine your presentation.